Hello, we're back again for the domestic football. This time we're looking at the Premier League matches. So let's review some of these crazy games that turned out last time round and see how we got on with our score predictions and see how the leaderboard shaped up after 4 match days. And then preview match day number 5 and my score predictions and the football simulators predictions. So first up was my club there, Chelsea, comfortable 4-0 winners against Crystal Palace. All 4 goals coming in the second half there, with Chilwell, had Zuma and Jorginho with a couple of goals, both penalty kicks. 17 to 4 shots and 6 to 9 on target for Chelsea, so nice plain sailing, just what wanted to see. Everton made it 4 wins out of 4 as they defeated Brighton 4 goals to 2. Cavan Wright, Mina and Rodriguez scoring the goals for Everton. For Brighton, it was Mopay and Bizuma in stoppage time at the end of the game there with a wonder strike, but ultimately a crushing defeat. 11 shots each and 6 to 3 on target for Everton. One of the surprise results there, Leeds drawing against Manchester City, 1-1. Sterling scoring for Manchester City, Rodrigo scoring there for Leeds. 23 to 12 shots for Man City and 7 to 2 on target for Leeds. Newcastle 3-1 winners against Burnley with St. Maximin and good old Callum Wilson with a couple of goals. For Burnley, Westwood scoring, but ultimately another defeat for them as early season struggles continue for Burnley. 10 to 7 shots for Newcastle and 5 to 3 on target. West Ham defeating Leicester City 3-0 on the road with Antonio, Fornals and Bowen scoring the goals. 14 to 4 shots for West Ham and 6 to 9 on target. West Ham back-to-back wins, and it's kind of bemusing how that came about as they started off the season losing their matches, and that's when they had David Moyes at the ground there to coach them. But since he had the COVIDs and he had to self-isolate at home there, they're able to win the matches. So when he comes back onto the field and manages the team, is it going to be back to losing? We shall see. Southampton 2-0 winners against Westbourne. Dejin Po and Romelu for Southampton. 13 to 5 shots and 7 to 2 on target. Wolves 1-0 now winners against Fulham with Pedro Neto in the 56 minutes. 14 to 10 shots for Wolves and 5 to 2 on target. Arsenal 2-1 winners against Sheffield United, I should say. Saka and Pepe, a couple of goals in the space of 3 minutes. Sheffield at least managed to score their first goal of the season with McGoldrick, but ultimately 4 out of 4 defeats for them. 6 shots each and 5 to 2 on target for Arsenal. And the final 2 games there, as games you didn't see coming whatsoever, big crushing wins or defeats, depending on what club you support there. So first up was Tottenham 6-1 winners against Manchester United. Manchester United, they did manage to open the scoring there in the first couple of minutes, with Fernandes slotting home a penalty kick, but Tottenham turned that deficit around in under 5 minutes, with Ndombele and Son Heung-min scoring a couple of goals there. Martial got sent off for Manchester United 28 minutes in, and then that made things even more of an uphill battle as Harry Kane made it 3-1 a couple of minutes later. Son Heung-min managed to get his second goal in the second half. And Harry Kane once again adding to the score sheets, and Jose Mourinho against his former club Manchester United comes away very, very happy man. 22 to 5 shots for Tottenham and 8 to 2 on target. And the final game, somehow that was able to be topped. You think Tottenham against Manchester United would have been the game of the week and the big talking points, but it turned out it was Aston Villa against Liverpool. 7-2 winners for Aston Villa. Wow. 5-goal win, just like they did against the under-23 side in the League Cup last season. But this is against the senior outfit, so very unexpected result. Watkins getting a hat-trick, McGinn, Barkley and Grealish with a couple to maintain Aston Villa's 100% record this season so far. Salah scoring a couple of goals for Liverpool, but ultimately on the wrong end of things. 18 to 14 shots for Aston Villa and 11 to 8 on target. 70% possession for Liverpool as well too. And I heard people keep mentioning about Aston Villa could have scored 10 goals. But ultimately, you think it should have been more so the other way around. With them on a normal sort of day, you probably think they will only managed to get 3 out of 4 or 3-4 goals in this game there, because they had a bit of luck with some deflection shots. And then that's when they sort of refer. It could have been 7 or 8. So ultimately, it was actually that scoreline. So 7-2 seemed to be a reasonable balance and a little bit more in favour of Aston Villa there. But they did deserve to win on the day there anyway. So how did we get on with our predictions? It was myself, the football simulator, and Cavan Wright that got involved for match day number 4. And I can say Cavan Wright came up on top for that match day, 12.2. So you get points awarded based on the odds of the fixtures. So you back the underdog teams to win or even draw, then ultimately you might be able to accumulate more points than picking the favourites to win their matches. So Cavan Wright, he predicted Chelsea, Everton, West Ham, Southampton, Wolves and Arsenal to win the matches. The big one being West Ham, 4.5 points. His club as well too, so great prediction of that one, and that really boosts him up on the leaderboard standings. Myself, I got second place, 6.25. I predicted my club Chelsea to come through, as well as Everton, Southampton and Arsenal, but they were all favourites for those games, so not too many points involved there. And somehow the football simulator got everything wrong this time around, so very unusual, but expect them to up their game the next time around. So how's the overall leaderboard shape up now? It sees the football simulator on top with 30.8. I'm in second spot, 24.57. Cavan Wright is now in third spot, 20.32. And fourth we have Tom O, 18.02. And in fifth it's a emergency with 6.9. So feel free to get involved for match day number 5, and we'll get to that right about now. So first up, big match, Merseyside derby, Everton taking on Liverpool. 121 wins for Liverpool, 82 wins for Everton, 84 draws. $3.75 for Everton, $4 for the draw, and $1.72 for Liverpool. Very difficult match. If there was ever time for Everton to end their winless streak against Liverpool, 22 games. It's been 10 years since they're able to beat Liverpool last. It would be now, with them top of the table ahead of Liverpool after they lost 7-2. So the clubs are going in opposite directions. But it should be a response, and Liverpool do know the obvious defensive issues that they have from that game. So I'm going to go for Liverpool to win this game 3-2, but ultimately it could go either way really. And the football simulator is going to go for Everton, a crushing 5-2 victory. So well, Liverpool to get destroyed back-to-back games. That will be quite exciting. Next up we have Westbourne taking on Burnley. 56 wins for Westbourne, 46 wins for Burnley, and 29 draws. Westbourne 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 6 matches. Westbourne slight favourites here, 240, 320 for the draw, and 288 for Burnley. This match here, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Both clubs not in too hot of form. Football simulator sees the same scoreline, 1-1 draw. Next up we have Chelsea against Southampton. So my club Chelsea, 46 wins, 29 draws, 31 wins for Southampton. Chelsea 8 wins and a draw in the past 10 games. $1.45 for Chelsea, $4.33 for the draw, $6 for Southampton. We did slip up against Southampton the last season, I believe, at times, so can't be complacent in this match here. Just need to do the business, get the job done, score an early goal. That really helps settle the matter. I'm going to go for Chelsea, of course, to win this match here. 3-1. Football simulator sees a 2-0 win for Chelsea. We have Newcastle against Manchester United. 87 wins for Manchester United, 43 wins for Newcastle, and 39 draws. Manchester United 7 wins and 2 draws in the past 11 games. $4.50 for Newcastle, $3.75 for the draw, $1.57 for Manchester United. Also, tough match to call, with Manchester United being absolutely horrific this season so far. Just one victory against Brighton, and they should have lost that game as well too. And they have lost against Newcastle with last season's fixture as well. But got to see a response. Otherwise, the manager's probably going to be set if they lose this game here, I would believe. So I think Manchester United might just be able to scrap this one and get a 1-0 win. Football Simulator is going to go with a 4-1 victory for Manchester United. We got Leicester taking on Aston Villa. 43 wins for Leicester, 25 draws, 34 wins for Aston Villa. Leicester 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 6 games. $1.72 for Leicester, $3.60 for the draw, and 4 bucks for Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa deserve me predicting them to win 3 out of 3 so far, and if they're able to beat Liverpool by 5 goals, you think defeating Leicester, who lost by 3 goals in their last match, shall be reasonably possible, and 4-1 odds seems like a no-brainer pick to me. So I'm going to go for Aston Villa 2-0 winners. Football Simulator does see the home side coming through 4-1 for Leicester. Sheffield United against Fulham, bottom of the table match here. 30 wins for Sheffield United, 15 draws, 22 wins for Fulham. Fulham winning the past 3 head-to-head games. Sheffield United, odds for them, 2 bucks, 3.20 for the draw, and 3.60 for Fulham. So whoever wins this game, or whoever loses this game, I should say, will be 5 out of 5 defeats. So I think that might be Fulham and Sheffield United to come away 1-0 winners. Football Simulator sees a 3-2 victory for Sheffield United. Another big match here is Manchester City taking on Arsenal. 57 wins for Manchester City, 45 draws, 98 wins for Arsenal. Manchester City 7 wins in the past 8 games. Man City at home $1.26, $4.50 for the draw, and $6.50 for Arsenal. Manchester City in general are pretty good at home, despite them losing, of course, last time around 5-2 to Leicester. So lots of matches, very unpredictable to predict these days, with the number of goals that have been flooding in and all the big crazy upsets. But you think at some stage things sort of have to go to sort of a sense of normality, and I think Manchester City will win this game at 3-1. Football Simulator think it's going to be history in the making, as there's going to be 12 goals in a Premier League match for the very first time, and by the amount of goals have been accumulating and going up all the way up to a 9-goal match with that Aston Villa Liverpool game last time around. You know, it could actually happen. So Football Simulator sees an 8-4 win for Manchester City. So that'll be pretty crazy, and I'll definitely make a special video on that if that comes anywhere close to actually happening. Next up, we have Crystal Palace against Brighton. 37 wins for Crystal Palace, 40 wins for Brighton, and 26 draws. 2 wins each and a draw in the past 5 games. Palace $2.63, $3.10 for the draw, $2.70 for Brighton. It's a bird match here. We've got the Seagulls of Brighton against the Eagles of Crystal Palace. So they're going to join forces and ultimately share the spoils in a 2-2 draw. Football Simulator sees a 3-1 victory for Brighton. We have Tottenham against West Ham. 98 wins for Tottenham, 64 wins for West Ham, and 52 draws. Tottenham 4 wins and a draw in the past 6 games. $1.53 for Tottenham, 4 bucks for the draw, 5 bucks for West Ham. Gonna go for an upset in one of these matches here. I think most of the predictable clubs will come through, but West Ham back-to-back wins, and it'll be kind of ironic for Tottenham to win 6-1 on the road against Manchester United and then ultimately lose at home to West Ham, as a few of those sort of things come in. So I'm going to go with West Ham to come away 3-1 winners. Football Simulator sees a 2-1 win for Tottenham, however. And finally, we have Leeds taking on Wolves. 42 wins for Leeds, 33 wins for Wolves and 22 draws. 240 for Leeds, 320 for the draw, 288 for Wolves. Leeds newly promoted side this season. I predicted them to have quite a good start in their first season back for the first time in 16 years, and so far they have proven me right, so they just need to continue proving me right with a victory here against the underperforming Wolves team so far. I'm going to go for quite a few goals in this match. I'm going to go for a 4-2 win for Leeds, and Football Simulator sees a 3-2 win for Leeds to finish things off. So those are my thoughts, predictions, Football Simulator's predictions as well too. Feel free to get involved, put your own predictions down below on what you think is going to happen in matchday number 5 in the Premier League season. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, also feel free to subscribe. And yeah, check out all the other league predictions that get involved and do as well too. Will be greatly appreciated. Cheers.